Come on, stand up!
Alright, testing. Alright. Hey, I'm on the edge of my seat here, back again with another brand new stream, and today will be the first part of my Kurohyou walkthrough. As for the actual subtitle of this game, let me just full screen the game real quick. I mean, hopefully if everything's going well, I'm just going to double check. Yep, everything is set up well. The game should be full screen in glorious upscaled 4K. This is Kurohyou, Like a Dragon, new chapter. Wait, is that actually what the original subtitle was about? It was just new chapter? I mean, it is a new protagonist. Not the first game to do it, mind you. Yakuza 4 did come out before this one, or Ryuga Gotoku 4. But yeah, here we are. And this will be the first time I've emulated the game, but not the first time I've played this game. I've actually played this on the original PSP, on original hardware, just kind of get a feel for it. Because originally, all I had to like emulate games was just like my laptop or whatnot. But now I actually have like a fully fledged PC. I've kind of been doing 4K videos that way, and this has been upscaled to 4K, a 4K PSP game. But since most of the assets are already pre-rendered, it doesn't really mean much. It's still going to look pretty grainy. I mean, hopefully streaming in 4K doesn't destroy my computer or whatever. At the very least, I'm not streaming 4K to my MacBook. I'm instead streaming 4K on my PC. So things should go well, but if they don't... Oh, but I actually left my copy of Kurohyou all the way over there off screen. And oh yeah, my stream is actually delayed on like YouTube's end, so I'm actually not seeing my current movements. I'm gonna go get my copy real quick. Kurohyou 1. And the subtitle is there in Japanese. Not exactly... Can I be purple? Yes, but I don't have my white balance settings like actually set up to be purple, but I could be purple if I wanted to. But yeah, no, I am not illegally playing this game. I did buy myself a copy. And let me know how those audio levels are, because this is a PSP game and it's just extremely loud. Like on my headphones, it's actually kind of hard to hear myself think. I have lowered the volume a bit, but still, like, compared to like any game on Steam or even like the PS2 ones, this game is just absurdly loud. As for what my webcam is a Sony Alpha. Yeah, Sony Alpha, like a Sony A7 IV. I believe that's what the camera type is. It's a great camera, so like records 4K and everything, though I did kind of shrink the 4K screen, so not sure if that really comes about. But yeah, no, I did test this a little bit. Chapter 1, Branded to Kill. I've actually never played the English translation of Kurohyou. This is a fan effort. I forgot exactly what the team was called. I will put their patch in the description, but this is just an English patch for the entirety of Kurohyou 1. The first time this patch released, I did hear that it had a couple weird bugs, but it's got a couple updates. It's on 1.2, and that just means that there's less crashes. There was apparently like a lot of issues with like the poker minigame. And here's our introduction to Tatsuya. I don't know how to pronounce his first name there, but yeah. This guy immediately sets himself apart from the other protagonists just by being a lot younger. Kind of pulling off like the really brash, like young, violent, like asshole character before Yakuza 0. Not every Yakuza revolves back to Yakuza 0, at the very least the ones before Yakuza 0. But I just thought like mentioning it, since like Kiryu does kind of like follow a bit of a punkish attitude in that game too. But yeah, I don't actually know the stories of the first two Kurohyou games, despite actually watching all the cutscenes, like back to back, in a language I did not understand, with subtitles I also did not understand. And here we go, we're just proving him right immediately. Yep, I do believe it means Black Panther. It's kind of got like a little black tracksuit, so it just kind of tracks. But yeah, the 4K upscaling shouldn't like affect the cutscenes too much, though the cutscenes still look really nice. Just going for this more hand-drawn style, this graphic novel style, makes it age a lot better if they instead of just using like the CGI PSP models for every cutscene. And oop. Now here's where the upscaling is really gonna go. I am using a PSP upscaler. This is not upscaled through any like native means. This is complete emulation. But yeah, let me know how the audio levels are. Just moving forward here, gonna play the game. Went on hard, though this is honestly one of the games I would recommend playing on a lower difficulty like normal, because compared to most of this franchise, this game actually like busts your balls quite a bit. Like it's quite hard. And one of the reasons it's like pretty difficult is just its gameplay is completely different from any other Yakuza. I feel like most of the Yakuza franchise, it's the Black Panther, the Yakuza games. I understood that metaphor. Yeah, it is. It's honestly maybe the most unique Yakuza game of them all, aside from like Dead Souls or something, because like its combat style just is nothing like a Yakuza. Oh, Yakuza or Yasuko. Because like every single Yakuza game has some sort of like consistency between them. You know, it has like the finisher combo system. You know, you press square, square, triangle, square, 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 triangle. Playing the very first Yakuza on PS2 and then like playing Judgment, that still tracks. But in this one, it's a completely different combo system because it's based on the Def Jam games. But yeah, I'm just very glad that I'm playing like an English translation and not like playing it all in Japanese, so I won't have to like look at my telephone for like hints every now and then. I really want to buy a copy of like Def Jam Fight for New York. It's extremely expensive. Well, extremely is like $70, $90, which, well, that's pretty fucking expensive for a video game. I mean, $70, that's how much like a PS5 game costs now. So for a PS2 game, it's like, oh my goodness. Wait, the final boss moveset is copied from Busta Rhymes? Oh, that's dope. I wonder if Snoop Dogg's moveset from like Fight for New York is in this game. I don't know those moves. I never played that game, but I've always wanted to. It's just, I hear a lot of great things about it. My cousin recommends it. But yeah, no, not the first time I've done face cam. For some of my previous Yakuza 3 streams, I kind of tested it out. However, I'm at my desktop like setup instead of being like at my TV setup, so it's a little bit more inconvenient. I can't face the camera all the time. It's more my side profile. And I will be tackling this game with my legendary LeBron controller. Boom, boom, boom! I bought this on sale, and the funny thing about it being on sale is that it was the cheapest controller by far. Like every single PS5 controller was on sale. To get a normal one, it was like 50, 60 bucks. This was 40. It was an opportunity I could not miss. So yeah, I bought this controller despite the somewhat abrasive like style of it, but yeah, no, I mean, it's a PS5 controller. It works as intended, and it was the cheapest one to get, so I just kind of locked in, bought it, and now I have it. And I am kind of wasting a lot of time getting to this tutorial, so let's get in. And now here's where the 4K graphics are really gonna kick in. We have these really fresh, like very sharp PSP models. And since the PSP didn't have like triggers and it was only like a bumper system, the bumpers have been mapped to the triggers on this controller. I didn't do any special mapping. Honestly, a great thing about this emulator, the PSP emulator, is that I just kind of plugged in my PS5 controller and it did all the work for me. Like, I've had issues with emulating PS2 games and plugging in my controller and it just didn't pick it up, and I had to like manually input every single input. But yeah, no, the little I played it did work really well. I mean, hopefully nothing changes in the time, in like the next hour or so. This stream won't take too long. It'll be like an hour or two, just because it is kind of late. Tomorrow I will plan on streaming at a much earlier time, because this is not the average time I want to be streaming. But I did spend a good amount of time just acquiring this game again, you know, to a PC standard. I mean, I do own it, but playing it on PC is a whole different issue, and installing this patch as well. Vimslayer, they had to like, Vimslayer is like a site which has a bunch of ISOs for a bunch of games to emulate them, and they had to get rid of most of their like Nintendo stuff because Nintendo kind of went after them. It was a very complicated situation. I recommend looking into it because It is pretty sad. Am I a Viltrumite? I may be a post-credit scene in Spider-Man Far From Home. I am that. And I did not get paid a single cent for that. They exploited my labor for that. And also, I could have sworn that in order to dash in this game, you have to like double tap the D-pad. But no, you just hold down X and that's how you dash. That might be a thing in Kurohyou 2 because Kurohyou 2 slightly changed how the game works. Like the controls and whatnot. So that might have just been a Kurohyou 2 edition. Yeah, I forgot where I was going with that. But yeah, no, on Vim's Lair, they actually do have the Kurohyou 1 and Kurohyou 2. So a lot of stuff got taken down on Vim's Lair, but those games did not get taken down. So I recommend just kind of hopping on that and then getting the English patches for 1 and 2. That'll be on a different website, but if you just type in English patch, you'll find the website like pretty quick. Unless they have to take it down or whatnot. I doubt they would have to take it down, but you know, you don't know. It's a cruel world out there. Just, you know, prepare ahead of time. I mean, like, my streaming setups has always been, like, kind of scuffed. It's still scuffed now, but just a little less so. I kind of have, like, a laptop here, my display for my PC here, mic here, camera there, and the camera wire is connected to, like, the cam link, the Elgato cam link, back to the PC. And I'm just glad that like that cable's actually long enough to connect to the PC with the place I set up the camera, which I have on full zoom. Like it's like at 70 millimeters, if that's the right term. But yeah, no, back when I first played this game, I didn't read any of this because it was all in a language I didn't get, so I don't really have to like read any of this. An awesome apple pie with graham cracker pie base. I mean, it may be awesome, but will it? Oh! I just failed the no damage. I can't believe this. And one of the annoying things about no damaging this game is just there's no health bar. Which, I mean, to be fair, it is pretty obvious when you took damage, but there's just no health bar. The only time you can, like, check whether you took damage or not is to just go into the... Well, since this is a tutorial, I'm assuming I can't die. But you would go into the pause menu, check your health bar there, or you would wait until you beat the fight, and then, like, your health will show up at the very end. And that's like the way I did it for my no damage videos. All I know about both of these games, Kurohyou 1 and Kurohyou 2, is that there's always going to be a side quest where you have to like collect 100 kittens for a specific reason or specific upgrade, and I forgot what it was, because I kind of don't want to do all that again, but if the reward is really good, I might as well. But it is very tedious. Like, you know, there's like 12 cats scattered all across the map. You have to go pick them up like one by one. And then like in like 2 chapters, there'll be 10 more cats. You just kind of keep doing that over and over and over. But yeah, no, when it comes to apple, Lil Wayne had a signature apple pie, but I kind of forgot exactly what that was about. But he does have one. That's the one you're competing against. But you know, one thing I was really worried about with emulating this game is that it would like completely destroy how these pre-renders look, and it is kind of doing that. Every time I walk, the screen is like vibrating so violently. But something I was worried about a lot more is that like the depth of field or something was gonna get really messed up. You know, like it wouldn't feel like I'm on top of this white square. But to be honest, the game has not been messing up that much. Maybe like this English patch actually like added some fixes and like made it work better. I don't know, because I could have sworn that maybe like upscaling this game to 4K would increase the problems by like a fuck ton. But no, like the sense of distance actually still feels nice at the moment. I don't think Adachi's present in this one, but I might be wrong. I don't really know the story of this game. That could be a surprise they like introduce later on. you know, actually being able to like read and like understand the game is gonna make it less tedious, because one thing which the Kurohyou games do have are very long cutscenes. I mean, hey, it's a Yakuza game. They're very story driven. They do have a lot of cutscenes, but there are a lot of moments in this game where, oh, okay, so that's how you switch the shifting mode. Like, normally you're just always shifting on an enemy, but sometimes you want to change it, so boom, that's how you do it. And to break the lock on, you just run away. Or do you... Oh, no, the way you break the lock on is just to hold this button down. So you just kind of do that. Oh, I have to defeat all the enemies? No, the mission was completely different, but okay. Yeah, I was just doing that. And I was just talking about that too, so... Not too many reasons to actually activate this mode, and I think I've run into something awkward. Whenever I try to like go diagonal with the joystick or whatever, he just kind of stops. Or maybe I'm just running into walls. I might just be better off using the D-pad, because I remember I always just have to use the D-pad. I was in like free mode the whole time, but if you're dashing, I guess it doesn't count. Oh well. Here we go, the most useful attack in the game. Oh, we're not there yet. I'm talking about the dodge attacks. Wait, that's not even true. Charge attacks are like more useful, and grabs especially. How would I rank all the Yakuza games in terms of water graphics? That's a tough one. I mean, Yakuza 3 seems like the obvious one because it's at the beach. It's a nice blue, sunny beach. It looks beautiful. But I'm also just thinking about Yakuza 5. That intro with like Daigo throwing his cigarette into like the river. That's beautiful right there. I love that a lot. But in terms of other Yakuza games and their water graphics, I mean, I can't really think of one that's like very specifically like, wow, these water graphics are insane. I mean, Yakuza 8 just came out. And, I mean, that game you can actually swim in the water, which is part of graphics, I would say. So that's very important. But the Yakuza 3 water is just... Oh, there's something special about it. Okay, we're blocking now. They block now. Blocking with the left trigger just does not feel right. I feel like I should change it to the bumpers. Oh yeah, Yakuza 6 does have like nice graphics in general. Yakuza 6 is probably still like one of the best looking games, and ooh, the parry system. Well, I can do that. Ah, the timing for this is a pain in the ass. And also just like the setup for this, I have to like hold back and like the left bumper, left trigger. Well, I got him, but they changed this in Kurohyou 2 to something else, and I think it was actually harder to do in Kurohyou 2. Like, whatever setup you had to do was, like, more of a pain in the ass. This one's still weird, though, but you know what? The PSP just does not have that many buttons. You kind of have to, like... They had to manage. What? I could have sworn pressing triangle would do a different attack, but no. Alright, dash attack. And I completely missed. Dash attacks are super useful. Well, I forgot exactly what strategies I used for, like, no damaging this game or whatnot. I used very cheap strategies in retrospect. Like, there's been new no damages of this game, which are a lot more stylish than, like, what I did before. But I was also, like, one of the first people to no damage Kurohyou, so that's kind of, like, my tool in my belt. And, okay, that's a big swing. The jump kicks are some of the most useful stuff. It's pretty much how I no damage the secret boss in this game, which is terrible. It's one of my least favorites in the franchise. It may be my least favorite in the franchise because there's nothing really special about him. He's just like a huge like health sponge. It takes like 20 or so minutes to beat him up. Well, at least the way I was doing it. I don't know. I didn't have like full access to the tech, or I didn't fully understand the tech of this game. I could have maybe like drunken a few like attack boosting items, and maybe the fight could have ended in like 5 minutes. And of course, I am talking about on legend difficulty. the water on the PS4 version of Yakuza 8 is better than PS5. I wouldn't even know. I have never touched the PS4 version of Yakuza 8, and to be fair, I definitely did not touch the PS5 version. I did it on PC. And for most of the time I did it on PC. I did it like on my Steam Deck, so I had graphics very low. But I did recently play the game again on my actual PC now on 4K, so I don't know. That's an interesting question. Oh yeah, I completely forgot about these choices. They're nice. So in this game, you can kind of summon allies to like fight alongside you, and I think it was more a thing in Kurohyou 2 because I remember it being more prevalent in Kurohyou 2, but I guess you can also do it in Kurohyou 1. Okay, more XP or more money? XP. And I think my controller might be tweaking. I'm just going to plug it in and out real quick. Oh wait, does the game just not let me choose square? Like I'm not allowed to get more XP? What is this? Man, this railroading's insane. But yeah, this is kind of like an anti-speed run. I'm about to perform a Kiwami technique. A stealth technique.
誰に断ってここで闇金やってんだ。え？チャイニーズがよ。なんだお前。俺は東上界の工藤ってもんだ。ここは上海じゃねえ。東上界の島だ。黙って商売してただで済むと思ってんのか。俺が上になしつけてやる。わかんだろ。
どこの誰だって？
は？お前耳聞こえねえのか。俺は東上界の。
俺は東上界直系茎組の戸田ってもんだ。
This is a really great setup though. Just like a kid way in over his head, like just straight up boom. He tried to lie about being in the Dojo clan and then suddenly, nope, this guy's also in the Dojo clan. Though despite that, he beats his ass. Spoiler alert. And it is really cool that, like, besides the PS2 ones, this is like the only game with like fixed camera angles. Though the PS2 camera angles are cooler, but it is kind of neat seeing how the PSP brought the entirety of Kamurocho onto the system. And yeah, they had to do it by pre-rendering every single background instead of like rendering every single thing. But it's still really cool to see in action. And also it is cool how like when you're in combat, everything is fully rendered. It's just for open world exploration, you still get to like physically explore the areas. That was one thing I was not a fan of. Oh, big ass kick, okay. Oh, okay, damn, okay. This is probably like my third time playing through this game, or fourth. No, it's probably third. Except this time will be the first time playing with the English translation. So I actually get to like experience the story. But yeah, something I wanted to mention before is that on every single version of this game, on your first playthrough, you're not allowed to skip any of the cutscenes. They're all unskippable. Oh shit, we got stabbed? I do not remember that. No, because we didn't.
ガキ相手にドス使うのかよおっさん
調子に乗るなよガキが登場かよ極道を長くさって
I'm gonna drink some sparkling water. Man, this game is so cool.
それがどうして
But yeah, I wanted to get back to like my re-ranking of every single Yakuza game in the franchise. Not sure where I'm gonna put Kurohyou 1.
一番ムカつくんだ
Yeah, this intro just makes Tatsuya to be like the biggest asshole ever. This guy's got like no redeeming qualities. Also, his voice actor in this game and the next game are completely different. And I have a sneaking suspicion that like his voice actor in the second game is the same person who like voices the protagonist of the Monogatari series. He sounds very similar. But I might be wrong on that. I'm probably wrong on that. Because the voice actor in this game sounds a lot more like childish and like just punkish. Like the one in the second game just has a lot more, it's a little bit more manly. Like more guttural maybe, I don't know. More deep bass. Oh, we already have access to side quests? Okay. Select button will show me every single side quest available. Once this game brings back save... Well, I say brings back. This game continues the tradition of having specific save points you have to go to save the game. Being able to save anywhere is not a thing which got introduced until like Yakuza 6. So, yeah, what is this side quest even about? Oh, now that I can actually read, I'll be able to understand the side quests. Though I do remember that like Kurohyou 1, but more on 2 side, the side quests are not that interesting. A lot of them just kind of like revolve around gangs, and you fight the gang, then you fight this other gang, you fight this other gang. Just a lot of combat here and there. Oh, these... What's wrong with your face? But yeah, no, since like the combat style of this game is very much like one-on-one, any fight with 3 people becomes like instantly like kind of frustrating. Though this was more an issue with Kurohyou 2 than this game, because like, the enemy AI was way more aggressive in Kurohyou 2. Like, they just jump you, which is very realistic and true to life. Oh, they're still jumping. They still jump you in this game. Don't get me wrong, but it's a lot more prevalent in the second game. And it's been a while since I played this one. I kind of have to like get my mojo back. Oh, and whenever you get into like a spamming QTE thing, you have to spam it really hard to like have any sort of success. Oh yeah, yeah, Kiwami 1 did introduce that because Kiryu just has like a phone on him, so that's their excuse. But there's still like the save points, but you could save anywhere you want. How is my health looking? Okay, not too bad. We are just kind of fighting some low-level enemies here. Environmental attack. So yeah, no, the heat auras also work different in this game compared to the second game. In this game, blue means you do a kind of a weaker one, yellow means you do environmental attack, and red means you do like your strongest heat action. That's pretty much how it works. While in Kurohyou 2, you only had 2 heat states, and the environmental ones you actually had to like set up manually per se. You had to like do very contextual like setups in order to actually pull off an environmental heat action. I think that's just like a nicer way of going about it. It pretty much allows you to do environmental heat actions whenever you want if you're good at setting them up. While in this game, you need to reach like that yellow heat state to do an environmental heat action. But I really do need to stock up on like healing items and whatnot. And also, not sure where the best fighting styles are like hidden at. There's like a whole upgrade system with like this one old man. You have to like pay him money. You have to like fight a wooden thing, and that's how you unlock new moves and whatnot for certain styles here and there. Yeah, there he is. There's the old man. Wait, Ishin had menu saving? I do not remember that. I mean, I know the new one does, but did the old one have that? I don't know. Well, new side quest. Training. And also this will probably lead to collecting all the cats. Nope, I don't want to know any of that. Oh, this is also just how you just straight up upgrade your basic stats. I don't know how to strategize here. I mean, I feel like there's like options which are better than others, but I don't know. Stamina is definitely important. Yeah, no, Ishin did have like static save spots, but I guess it also has the ability to save from the menu because those static save spots are like shrines to pray at. And you can like pretty much pray wherever you are, so I guess that's like the excuse, the contextualization there. I will be grabbing a lot, so let's just upgrade this, and the rest of this money I'm going to save and not use. Unless I also have to spend money on these things. I have to spend money on these things. Okay. I don't really need a tutorial with notes. Well, that's that. I can't really do too much right now, but like, is this side quest like marker just gonna be here until I unlock every single thing in the game? Or do I have to talk to him about the cats? Maybe learn about the dojo? Okay. Okay, so you can quickly skip through between text and all that. You just hold like the right bumper and circle. Okay. Okay, what else is there to do? I should probably save soon to just continue with the story. Go home, get kidnapped, spoiler alerts. Not sure if it happens immediately, but it will happen soon, like soonish. Oh yeah, and just, is there any quick way to travel through the world? Like any taxis? It seems like there isn't. I could have sworn that maybe like one of the Kurohyou games definitely had taxis, but it seems like it's not this one yet. Oh yeah, but something I really wanted to talk about before is just Persona 3 Portable. I'm not a big fan of it. Precisely because a lot of the explorable areas, like before combat, you just can't explore anymore because they're all menus. Because, you know, it's a PSP, it's not a PS2. It can't, like, carry every single area from the original. But yeah, no, you just physically can't explore any of the locales, like the shopping malls or, like, the duck restaurant or whatever. That's actually, like, one of my favorite things about the original Persona 3. This is Kurohyou 1. I don't know. I assume you like the game, Kurohyou 1. So yeah, no, I definitely like the original better just because of that. Being able to actually like physically walk through every single location. And yeah, to be fair, by the end of the game, you will probably just be using like the shortcuts to teleport everywhere. But for the first 40 or 50 hours of Persona 3, I actually like physically walking through like every location. And on the PSP, you just don't. I think it ruins a lot of the charm. And it also just kind of ruins like the composition of the cutscenes. And like, there's nothing too crazy going on with the cutscenes in Persona 3, but like the little bit of like models like standing here and there does a lot. The visual novel style, I'm not really a big fan of. The new protagonist is a cool thing, but and the new music as well. But don't really like the visual novel style. The story, don't really like the menu-based like exploration. Not big on that. Oh, here's the goofy Kurohyou music. Kurohyou 1 is definitely worth a play. I mean, I do think I like the second game better, but the first game has a lot of things which are probably better than the second. I think music overall is better in the first game, but the second game still has a lot of bangers. But just like, some of the tracks here are just, and like, there's some really great fights in this one too. You can't miss it. Though I do think I like the combat in the second game better. And the second game is just like bigger in scale. It has like the two hub worlds like Kamurocho and Sotenbori. Definitely hop on Kurohyou 1. I mean, if you like the second game, you will like the first game. Oh, wait. So I think there's like a setup to like fight random people in the world, like a whole sub story. So you know, you go fight the guys, and then you report back to him. You know, it's a good chunk of XP. But yeah, no, I didn't know he was a reporter. I mean, yeah, the final boss fight music in Kurohyou 1 is awesome, but so is the final boss fight in, like, Kurohyou 2. That one also has an amazing theme. They're both licensed songs, but the one in Kurohyou 1 is, like, the non-vocal version. The one in Kurohyou 2, they do the vocal version. And both of those songs will get your video demonetized, so... Oh, these guys look scary. Very threatening, like anonymous individuals. Nope, no, this is the right person. Okay, let's go fight him. Oh, yeah, the one annoying thing about these setups is that you need to have, like, their combat style unlocked ahead of time, and you just need to use the same style as them. So it's kind of like a mirror match of sorts. So you can imagine how annoying that can be when you can't read the subtitles of the game. I should probably go to a restaurant and just buy some more healing items just in case. Oh, pink and tastes like peach. That's a fun detail. But yeah, using my knowledge of the world, there's a Does this game have a bowling minigame? Wait. Does this game have bowling? Like, okay, the Kurohyou, I think one of its weak points is that a lot of the mini games are kind of downgrades from a lot of the stuff in the modern games, or just like the PSP, the PS2, like the home console games. Because at the PSP, you don't have as much power to do these silly mini games. There was a really silly one. You could like work as a fry cook and you just play like this rhythm game or like sort burgers. That one was funny, though. It does get a little bit tedious. There's also like an ice cream one, so you could like take part-time jobs to get a little bit of money. The bowling in this one is so silly because, you know, it doesn't have like the same amount of graphics. But yeah, no, none of the modern games have bowling anymore. It's just gone. 10 frames. Oh goodness, no. Oh gosh, no. It's just like it's all sprites. How else are you gonna do it? Oh, that's terrible. Oh wait, no, it's not all sprites. It's all sprites. Oh wait. Hey, let's do it. Oh yeah, wait. Does Akiyama show up in this one? I could have sworn it was only in Kurohyou too. Well, same tactic. 3. Let's get that strike. Hey, strike. The karaoke minigame is probably like the most disappointing of them all. Because there's just no minigame. You just spam a button and he sings a little song and that's that's all. There's nothing to it. Come on, here we go. That was perfect. They're trolling me right now. They're absolutely trolling me right now. I'm gonna go with 1. That should be good enough. Yeah, no, just for the future streams, I will be doing face cam. Okay, let's go with 2 and hope for the best. Come on, that has to be a strike. There's no... Okay, let's go 2 to the left. 2 might actually be a little bit too much. I might have just ruined my spare. Oh, wait, nope, spare. Yeah, I forget if, like... I could have sworn that, like, Kurohyou 1 had a slightly better karaoke game, but I wasn't sure if it did or not. But I forget what style it had. But yeah, no, for streaming my Yakuza games, so for, like, my streams, I plan on beating this game, then beating Kurohyou 2, and then from there doing the original Ishin, or maybe going back to, like, my road to 100% Yakuza 5, and, you know, just 100% Yakuza 5. It's just that, like, managing that video is kind of a pain in the ass. Because originally I wanted to make a video, kind of like, you know, my road to 100% in Yakuza 5, but keeping track of all the little details and, like, for a script or whatnot is just kind of, like, been annoying. Oh, okay. This has to be 2. There's no way. There's no way it's not 2. Come on. Oh, yeah, there we go. Strike. A perfect game? It is not a perfect game. Straight on, 100%. That has to be a strike. There we go. Oh, 99? It should still be a strike. Honestly, if it's not a strike because of like 1 point of power, that would be ridiculous. And I got 2nd place. Okay. A blackjack amulet. So playing bowling lets you cheat at blackjack. That's cool. I do want to play the fry cook one at least like once. It is like a little silly little mini game, and the fry cook one should be down here in this area. So I actually have to go down. But is the fry cook one gonna be available this early on? I feel like that's the sort of thing which like gets gated off. Like for later, and yeah, I'm just gonna ignore that person being attacked. I'll come back later when I have to go back to my house. And oh, what is going on here? Okay, so that is being gated off, but this one side quest, nope. I can do this. Yeah, that stamina system is gonna be the death of me. Oh, this seems to be working out pretty well. Well, not that well. Wait, I remember that like weapon attacks are just insanely powerful. Like they tend to like end most fights, and hey, it's a good way to earn earn heat. Still the first chapter. I've been taking this very slow. I've been like pausing at many moments just to like yap. But yeah, no, still the first chapter. Oh, we just killed captain of the Dojo clan. But I'm pretty sure it just ends up being fake later on, like you got framed. Or maybe it's not fake, I don't know. But yeah, no, first chapter of the game, you're just allowed to do side content. Aw, man. I wanted to land a dash attack. Oh, you can taunt in this game. I forgot that's also a thing you can do. Not sure if the controls are changed from like Kurohyou 1 to Kurohyou 2 with taunting. I'm pretty sure you have to like press 2 buttons specifically. Oh, I forgot about charge attacks. This is like the best thing I could do. And I love that camera switch. That's always fun. So yeah, how do you taunt in this game? Because I don't know. And it seems like I'm about to... I'm not going to die, but I am close to it. Oh, yeah, there we go. I mean, the heat action says that word, but not sure if I have the taunt, which does that. Oh, I forgot, when you like perfectly dodge attacks, you get like a slow-mo effect. That's really great. Triangle, circle? I could have sworn I did that, though. It's not working out for me. Like, whenever I do triangle and circle, I just end up charging up this heavy attack. Maybe it's something different in Kurohyou 1, or I'm just... the emulator's being weird, I don't know. We both got tired. Oh, come on. Oh, I didn't know you could do like the charge attack mid-combo. That's really dope. Oh, my game's kind of running worse. Just like a slight hiccup and... Oh, he killed me. Oh, damn. At the very least, this game, even on X hard, allows you to pretty much retry fights as many times as you like. So that's the one convenience. Though a lot of these fights do tend to take quite a while if you're not like destroying them immediately. So yeah, like this sort of play, this is not how Yakuza works. It's very different. It's more fighting game logic than like Yakuza logic, but fighting game logic with very tanky enemies. Oh. I have to manually bind it? Aw, man. Okay, I should probably wait until I have like red heat to actually do something to this guy. Oh, come on. Finally. I just broke his back. Oh, that's a great heat action. The little transition there was a bit weird, but like generally, okay, that's awesome. Let me get this. This guy has an absurd amount of health. Oh, you have to like manually switch to like the new levels of combat styles. They have like weird differences? I forgot about that. I thought it was just like basic fighting styles, but no, you can actually switch between the certain levels of it. Okay. Yeah, solely on an emulator, no Steam release yet. The day it gets released on Steam will be a very happy day, but no. Only emulation. Wait, Urban Rain, I'm assuming that's like another Def Jam game. Is that like on the Xbox 360, PS2? Oh, I mean, I keep being told that like the Def Jam Fight for New York is like easily the best one. And there was a specific one that was like on 360 that wasn't that good. I'm pretty sure it was like another game that wasn't Urban Rain. Yeah, no, the PSP emulator is like the best emulator. It's very easy to get into compared to everything else. Boom, just instantly healed all my health. And ooh, I wanted to become a fry cook. But becoming a fry cook is all the way down there. Okay, I have to just take the long way around. I can't just like cut in the middle there. I have to go here. And I remember that like certain enemies become really fast, but thankfully those guys are pretty slow. Oh, see, this guy's way faster. Not that fast, but I'm pretty sure like later in the game, there's one guy who's like absurdly fast. And ooh, okay, one of my favorite things in Kurohyou 2 is that I think if you equip a certain party member, they actually make you run faster in the world. But I don't think. Yeah, no, but I'm pretty. I don't think in general, but no. But besides that, I forgot where I was going with that. Nope, the audio just cut out. It's a weird little PSP glitch or emulator glitch, what have you. Well, it's a good thing I don't want to eat here. I want to work here. I guess they do gate that content off until later. I'm assuming there's going to be like a point in the game where like he's like, oh, I want to get a part-time job, and that's how we start working here. Oh, wait, no, I don't think you get a job here. You get a job at the burger place specifically. The ice cream and burger place are the very specific places where you get a job. Okay, but can I work here? I do keep running into this glitch in these areas where like the music just cuts off. It's like the game's haunted. But yeah, no, I guess that does get gated off until like later in the game. So nope, no point in messing with it. Let's just go straight to our objective. But yeah, no, compared to Persona 3, this is actually just happening everywhere in this game. Why is this happening? This is a really weird glitch. Just the music just keeps cutting off every now and then. Oh, this looks really strange. Like that save icon, I think got upscaled to 4K, so it looks really sharp compared to just the pre-rendered background there. Is it possible to no damage Urban Rain? Because that could be a cool game to no damage. You have a sister in this game. She's here.
けどちょっとしばらく帰らねえ。
ねえ、達也。
なんだ。
家に少しはお金入れてくんない？
あ？
やばいことやって稼いでるんでしょ？あるじゃん。ありがとう。
金しか頭にねえのか。とにかく逃げるしかねえ。とにかく遠くへ。なんだ。
おいおい、お前これがメモリ全部？友達少ねえな。かわいそうなやつだ。
返せ。
ああ？このヒロコってのはお前のこれか？
ぶっ殺すわ。
預かっておく。
考えたもんだね。登場界の名を出せばチャイニーズの新興闇金はきっとビビって金を出す。それをいただこうってわけだ。おい、外してやれ。おっと、よく見たまえ。しかし所詮はガキの考える短絡的な計画だ。
何のことだ。
ゆうべ君が起こした事件、私は全て見ていたんだよ。
何言ってんのかわけわかんねえ。
白を切るのか、そら無理だ。これが何だかわかるかね。私は久喜龍太郎、久喜組の組長をやってる。まさかあの戸田が。
Prepare to see like that shocked Tatsuya face like 50 more times throughout this game. Probably like 100 more times throughout this game and the second game.
だが表向きはれっきとした中華料理屋長楽の経営者でね。あそこはその事務所でもある。
だからそれがどうした。
つまり君は善良な一市民を殺してしまったわけだよ。強盗殺人は重罪だ。ましてや君には前がある。よくても10年以上の刑務所行き。悪けりゃもっと長い。
They of course had to put in 10 years in the joint, the translators.
犯罪にも厳しいからな。もっと
I mean, that's probably what they say in the original like Japanese language, but it's just become a very iconic line from the dub of the first game.
普通に警察に突き出すのは面白くねえ。私はこう見えても実はエンターテイナーでね。
やるんならさっさとやれよ。
冷静に考えたまえ。証拠のビデオも君の実家からの交友関係の情報もこっちは全てを握っているんだ。君がおとなしく話を聞かないと君だけの問題じゃなくすることもできるんだよ。お姉さんのサイコさんだって君が死体で上がることを望んでいないだろう。君にチャンスをやろう。生きるチャンスをな。
Yeah, no, I think I know this game's setup because in Kurohyou 2, there's like a whole cutscene which is just like a flashback to every single event in this game. and someone translated like all the text in like that specific flashback cutscene, which pretty much just gives you a decent idea of like what this game's story is about. But I never actually got to like watch all the cutscenes with everything translated like this so conveniently.
どこに行く気だ。
天国か地獄か、そいつは君次第だ。カムロ町が戦後の
Though the one thing is that every single boss fight will happen in the Coliseum aside from the final one.
テントと粗末な四角いリングが建てられ、そこで掛け試合が行われた。君も私も生まれるずっと前の話だ。
それがどうした。
当時物資もない頃の途上家にとってその興行は数少ない収入源だった。しかし大衆はその興行に心から引きつけられた。最強の称号を求めて、そして行き場のない怒りをぶつけるため、男たちは終わりなき戦いをその粗末なリングで繰り広げた。そしてその様子に触発され、数えきれぬ男たちがリングに上がったそうだ。そんなプライドをかけた男たちの戦いの中にこそ、敗戦直後の大衆は希望を見出したのだろう。だが、そんな泥臭い時代は終わった。
Oh, my stream is about to die. I did not notice that. Oh, it's back.
何なんだ。
But for a game centered entirely around the Coliseum, it is like really nice that they got like one of the best announcers ever to be the announcer. This guy's awesome.
さあ今夜も最高にエキサイティングな格闘スペクタクルをお見せするぜ。オンザテール少林寺の虎竜武将、ただいま3連勝中。そしてこの乗りに乗ってる四川の虎に立ち向かう男はこいつだ。オンザヘッド、浜のナンバーワンストリートファイタータケル。こちらも新人ながら目下3連勝で売り出し中のアウトロー。
We don't fight either of these guys. We fight another bald guy
オッズでは竜が言う
for like the first fight in the game.
喧嘩サッパも捨てたもんじゃねえ。こいつは熱い戦いになりそうだぜ。開始早々、竜の性格無比な少林剣がタケルをじわじわと追い詰めていく。これは早くも勝負あったか。あっとストリートの覇者がマウントポジションで竜をタコ殴りだ。竜の膝蹴りが股間に入った。明らかな武器の使用は禁止だが、急所攻撃はノープロブレム。でもこの攻撃は狂気よりも痛かったか。ぶっ殺してやる。決まった。竜の必殺の拳がまともに鼻柱に入った。ラッシュ、竜のラッシュがクライマックスを呼び寄せる。
勝負はついてるぜ。なぜ止めない。
君は格闘技を見たことがあるか。
ああ、テレビでな。
ここはドラゴンヒート。君がいつも見ているあんなものとは本質が違う。黙って見てろ。
No. Yakuza 5 includes the florist again. And yeah, Kurohyou 2 came after Yakuza 5, so I guess Kurohyou 2 will be the last time the florist shows up, except he shows up in Ishin, which came out after Kurohyou 2. Or wait, I don't know if Kurohyou 2 was... No, Kurohyou 2 was before Yakuza 5, but it was after Dead Souls. So no, Yakuza 5 or Ishin would be the last time the florist shows up. He doesn't show up in 0. He shows up in Kiwami 1, but that's a remake of the first game, so, does it really count? But, yeah, no, Kiwami 1 onwards, the Kiwami 1, like, is the last time he shows up, but in terms of, like, the timeline, the last time he shows up is, like, Yakuza 5. Because in 6, he's nowhere to be seen. But yeah, you never actually fight these two guys. They just show up, and to show off to the Coliseum is the thing which happens.
ショーには観客が存在する。そして観客は貪欲だ。タケルのルックスと低いカリスマ性では人気は出ない。だが勝った理由も型にはまった拳法スタイルと常識的な範疇の暴力性では盛り上がりに欠ける。もっと魅力的な投手を私はずっと探している。クールなオーラと戸田を殺したほどの喧嘩殺法。しかも助けを請う相手をためらいもなく叩きのめす凶暴さ。そう、私は君みたいな男を探していたんだよ。
なんだと？
今夜はちょうど駒が足りない。君にリングに上がってもらう。
ふざけんな。
何度も言わせるな。ここから何もせずに出ていけると思わないことだ。
戦った後はどうなんだ？
それもさっき言ったはずだ。天国か地獄か、すべては君次第だ。
Yeah, no, just like the florist is a pain in the ass to include in the plot because it basically kills any mystery in the story without having to like do something really, really contrived to stop it. Because he can basically solve everything. They also have to like come up with some weird excuse on why he can't just solve everything because he has an entire information network. He should be able to just do everything. Yeah, he's in 5. He's like at near the very, very end of the game, but he is in 5. But still, like, Kiryu, like, not saying goodbye to him is, like, kind of fucked up. Because he's, like, been in, like, all the games up to 5. And then 6 onwards, never again. And in 8, you don't even get to say goodbye to him. It's like, bro, I guess he died. He's dead. Why is Yakuza 7 cheaper than Kiwami 2? I don't know. Kiwami 2 is cheap, is like more expensive than like Yakuza 7. That is crazy. But I never actually paid attention to that because I just have all the games now. But that is a bit wild. Why is it like that? Yeah, when Saejima fights Aizawa, the florist is there. The Daidoji are all over the place because they have no idea what to do with them. In Gaiden, they're set up a very certain way, but they also wrote Gaiden after the fact with 8, so when they show up in 8, they're like the most non-entity of all time. Like, what the fuck do they even do? So yeah, the save room in this game is pretty dope. Oh, this is not the save room. You have to go all the way down this hallway to reach the save room. Oh, or it's here. Nope, that's not the save room. Who the hell is... I guess this guy stops me from going anywhere. There's the save room. It's kind of like a nice little bed and stuff. I could have sworn there was like a... There we go, that little PNG. It's very iconic to me. Oh, the music here is what, like, I really remember. Will I no damage these games again? I'm not going to lie to you. I don't really have any plans for that. Currently, if I'm going to redo any no damages, or if I'm going to like revisit any games, which I've already done no damages on, to do a no damage, it's going to be the long battles. And the thing with this game is it has no long battles, which was probably like the smart option because all the combat is like 1v1. Like, the most complicated a long battle ever gets is you fight a group. Okay, if I want to stretch the definition of what a long battle is, there's like maybe 1 or 2 sequences which are kind of long battles, because I think after defeating like the 9th boss fight in this one, you fight with that boss fight against a group of enemies. That's as most as a long battle as this game is ever going to get. Oh, This game actually has a decent amount of long battles now that I think about it. And I remember that they're probably some of the most annoying parts of the game. There's like one part where you go to a park and like enemies just infinitely respawn over and over and over, and there's like a whole dynamic cutscene. So actually I will be revisiting these games to no damage the long battles specifically. This game has a few sections like that which count as long battles, and yeah, I guess I'm just gonna do that. But not during this walkthrough, mind you, but yeah. Wait, who do I talk to like do a match? I guess I have to talk to the red guy. Like, yeah, for my own sanity, I definitely don't want to do the group fights. I remember them being like the most annoying parts of this game, but they're also like the only things which qualify as a long battle in this game because there's nothing else. That's it. That's all you get. And in Kurohyou 2, there's like certain sequences which are like kind of like that, but more long battle-ish, but still kind of awkward because the game isn't really built around it. Because Kurohyou 2's final level is like actually a sort of long battle, but it's very awkward. You have to like traverse these PNG hallways to enter like certain combat scenarios, but it was kind of nice. It was kind of cute. So wait, how do I do this? Where do I go? Do I go here? Oh, I guess I have to learn about the infirmary to enter the infirmary. I'm gonna fight you like 6 hours from now. Not you. The other person here. A spoiler alert. Modding this game to get the English translation going is actually like very straightforward. Like the mod itself actually has like a program which you just run and it does it for you. Sadly, I am not in real life. But yeah, no, Kiryu's combat style from Yakuza 4 and Yakuza 5, the animation is actually different. Like in Yakuza 5, they made it like slightly more flowy. Like it's not as janky per se, and like I don't think his fighting style in 4 is janky. It's very fun to play around with, but the animation's like very straightforward. You know, it's like I don't know, it's very hard to explain. You kind of have to like see it side by side. But in Yakuza 4, Kiryu kind of punches like this, while in like Yakuza 5, he punches like this, sort of thing. And the other difference is that like the Yakuza 5 style, you can't. It's slightly slower, and you can't really bound. You can't do any bounding combos per se in the same way you could in 4. But Yakuza 5 has its own like very OP stuff. It's just that a lot of it involves like abusing enemies that are already on the ground. But that's a topic for another day. I mean, it's kind of snappier, but not really? I don't know. No, I'm pretty sure that Kiwami 1 uses the Yakuza 5 style, but it just, you move faster when you have full heat and whatnot. Because I'm pretty sure that when you fight Amon in Yakuza 5, he uses like Kiryu's combat style from Yakuza 3 and 4 for his animation. So if you want to see the differences, look at like Kiryu's animations in 5, and then look at Joe Amon's animations in 5. Also, maybe Komaki also uses like Kiryu's like Yakuza 3 and 4 fighting style. No, the reason that the Legend style in Yakuza 0 is so stiff is because, like, the speed is completely fucked. Like, you are insanely slow on, like, levels 1 and 2. Like, it's just a useless style. It's just, like, it doesn't feel balanced well for, like, the speed system of Yakuza 0. Every single other style just feels a lot more balanced around that. Oh yeah, and in every single like long battle situation, they played this song. That's what drove me insane about it. I do not like this song. It's just kind of like monotonous. So this is the first long battle of the game. I have to no damage this for my Kurohyou 1 all long battles no damage video. And I think the one thing is like they're just like they'll like constantly respawn. So if you're still fighting this guy, another one could like spawn in before you like take him out, and that got annoying very fast. I think the gear system is cool, but in certain situations it is a little bit like annoying, and most of those situations revolve around the Legend style in Yakuza 0. Oh yeah, but one of the more like annoying things about no damage in Kurohyou, the Kurohyou games, is that every single enemy can just perfect parry you whenever they want. Like, it's very hard to avoid it. So if I wanted to no damage this long battle, I would have to like deal with the possibility that the enemy might just sometimes parry me. And that is infuriating. I like this guy's suit. What? I'm trying to pick up a very specific item. Come on. Does that make a wish, Shinji? He wishes he was Make-A-Wish Shinji, but he's dead by this point in the timeline. Oh yeah, this game has its own achievement system. Because, you know, the PSP didn't have trophies or anything from what I understand, but yeah, no, so this game has its own like built-in achievement system. To be fair, every single Yakuza game has one from the very first game, and Yakuza 1 and 2 has a completely bonkers like achievement like list. Like the amount of things it wants you to like do are just like absurd and painful, and you would never want to do. Like, you know, you have to like do like perfect baseball games, perfect bowling games. It was miserable, and I never did it, and you don't have to on the PS3 HD collection of those games to pretty much get the platinum, because it would be insane to require it. But yeah, no. Ugh. And you do get a certain reward for getting 100% of all that. It's like a sword and fire weapon. And like another thing, another secret thing. But yeah, I'll probably be ending the stream soon, but it would be kind of weird to end the stream without fighting Tomoki. I probably said his name wrong. Ugh. I completely forgot about this setup though. I mean, to be fair, I couldn't read the story at all, but this is like really fun way to set the fight up. Just boom, you can just escape. Wait, so if I use certain fighting styles against certain enemies, they won't like parry me? I don't know, I'm gonna have to ask like some no damage experts on like how that works. No, I'm pretty sure that in Kiwami 2, if you like complete the entire list, you do get a fiery weapon, but the fiery weapon sucks in Kiwami 2, and I'm not even sure if it's any good in the original 2. But yeah, no, it is a fire weapon of some sort. Hey, don't do that. Well, I think I remember a strategy where I just threw the bottles, and like that worked decently well a lot of the times. I mean, if you throw the bottles, you can't get parried, so that's like one advantage of doing that. Yep, this is behind Serena. I love it. Just like the like ghostly apparition behind, that's a great effect. I love that. Okay, so it just depends on the enemy style. Oh, just a little like detail of the world, nothing you have to get involved in. Okay. I was told that like in emulating Kurohyou 2 that there were like certain chases where you had to like change the speed of the game while emulating in order for these sections to be possible, but that these sections in Kurohyou 1 are possible without like changing any settings. This game has some very annoying stealth sections, I will say that. Like they just feel like weirdly punishing. I think this is running at 60 FPS. I mean, I'm emulating, and I think the original game is 60 FPS in the combat sections. I remember that Kurohyou 2, not sure if it ran worse or if the sound quality was just worse, but I think it had a bit more performance issues, while Kurohyou 1 was like a lot more stable and smooth. Oh, so at the very least you get to like fully heal yourself every time. This woman is like too sharp. She was a lot more foggy when playing the game on native hardware. You're like too noticeable, kid. Like stop being noticeable. So how do I fight these people? Do I have to talk to you to do it? I think I just talked to you to like heal up. But yeah, no, for a 4K stream, I guess this is running like decently well. Ooh, let me just put my preview to 4K though. Oh, like I kind of have like my chat set up on my laptop, and my laptop actually doesn't like show stuff in 4K. It shows it in 1440p maximum. So choosing the 4K option on a YouTube video is pointless. Oh, so you do talk to this guy. They give you a lot of healing items. No, you don't talk to this guy. Oh, you go to the locker room to fight the guy. I think I'm gonna do a thing where, for the most part, I'm gonna turn my camera off during the cutscenes.
登場会相手に一生逃げ回れるわけもね。やるしかねえんだ。
On the head! 今夜ついに衝撃のデビュー！カムロの恐竜右京達也！
恐竜だと？
相変わらずアドリブでリングネームを考えやがる。
おい、いきなりリングネームじゃねえか。
On the tail!
Yep, I do believe I'm on hard mode on this one.
稲妻のごとく現れたこの怪物にすでに5人が病院送りとなっちまった。ストリートでは敵なしの不良がドラゴンヒートの新たなスターとなるか、それとも友樹の必殺の一撃にリングを血で染めるのか。あっとオッズは圧倒的に友樹の勝利を予感しているぜ。今夜はスパーリングにもならねえな。
てめえ調子乗ってんじゃねえ。
思い知らせてやるよ、本物の格闘をな。
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, but I am planning on doing a stream every day of September. Not sure if I'm going to stick to it, and I definitely started this stream very late into the first day of the month, but I kind of want to do it just because on the 20th there is going to be a big like Ryuga Gotoku Summit. There's going to be a big announcement. I'm going to keep streaming until that day, and I'm going to stream that stream, and then after that stream I'm going to continue streaming just to continue with the games. And these guys' abs are so crunchy. They're so polygon. And I never really would pay attention to that when playing this game on original hardware, but now that I upscaled the game to 4K, it's very noticeable. Oh, I hate this guy. No, I don't hate this guy, but I just hate being hit. Oh, come on. Well, one of the hardest things about this game are just like the special modes, which the boss fights can enter into, because like you basically have to like, you know, dash around and run around them in weird ways, but like they can lock onto you very, very aggressively. It is actually hard. Oh, come on. Is that Kiryu's shove? Maybe. Oh, he might actually be entering that super mode soon. Oh, nope. It's just that whenever the camera like kind of zooms out a bit, I assume it happens. But no, it just zoomed out. Oh. Well, yeah, making use of the parry mode is probably for the best, but I just don't know how this guy's attacks work. And oh, I forgot how the parry mode works. Okay, it's like block. Oh, he's just destroying me right now. Just using healing items on the very first boss of the game. How do you parry this game? Oh, I think it was something else. It was not circle. It was this. Oh, actually landed a parry. Very nice. No. Oh, you can parry like these attacks they do if you land it well, but oh, you can get tired. Oh. It's hard to deal with these attacks when you have max stamina. It's even harder when you have no stamina. Oh, that was very quick. Oh yeah, no, this guy shows up in the second game, and the great thing about his fight in the second game is that it's one of the only fights that's not in a Coliseum. It's just outside. He has a dope coat, and his theme is awesome. I mean, his theme is pretty dope, but like the one he gets in the second game is actually like diabolically dope. Hey, let's go. Oh, I did it wrong. Oh, you can like knock him out of it with charge. Oh, that was the wrong one. I did not want to do that. Is that something to get stuck in the corners when running away and he just gets you anyways? Oh! Hey, okay, that was a sick way to end the fight. And then you just kind of enter like my world, a little bit of a Kiwami arena there, just like in real life. But yeah, I got a lot of brain damage from that fight. At the very least, I leveled up and I had fighting like a street fighting level 2 and I never used it because when I had the option to switch to it, I said no. Because you have to press the circle button instead of like the X button to accept things. Japanese game style.
見ろ、あの観客の喜びよう。街じゃただの野獣だが、ここでは金の卵だ。てめえ。いいか、こちらのマッチメイク通りにここで戦え。10連勝を成し遂げれば戸田殺しはなかったことにしてやろう。え？どういうことだ？こういうシナリオにしてやる。戸田を失踪するんだ。置き手紙も残さず、理由も告げず、まるで煙のように消え、そして永遠に見つからない。18世はこの町じゃ珍しくない。もし負けたら証拠のビデオを警察に送る。同時に戸田の死体も出てきて、君の人生はジ・エンドだ。いいか、お前の居場所はもうここしかないんだ。
しょんべんくせえガキの喧嘩だったな。
んだと？
なんだあの勝ち方は。
勝ちは勝ちだろうが。
ずいぶん威勢がいいのね、達也くん。
Bro, I had to like fucking lock in and Mog the second a woman showed up. But yeah, no, this guy's a really fun fight. It'd be weird if we fought him like immediately after the first fight though. We don't do that. This guy will be someone we fight in chapter 2 and then like he comes back later in like chapter 6 or so and he gets like, he's like a tougher fight. He like trained more. And he gets an amazing theme. He probably gets an amazing theme both times. But the second fight's just like a really memorable moment. Yep, that's the fight setup. And then from there we kind of have like these Monster of the Week Coliseum matches. We just kind of fight these guys, they give you a little backstory, and they're usually related to you in one way or another. And when they're not, they're like very cartoony. Yeah, it's like straight Mog, just lock into mogging mode.
まあよく勝てたわね。内容はむちゃくちゃだけど。
あのヒューガってのは何者だ？
ドラゴンヒートの看板スターの一人。
看板スター。そんなに強いのか？
総合格闘家の多くは打撃系からの転向、柔道からの転向が多いけど、ヒューガは最初から。
Oh, one of the boss fights is voiced by the dudes who do like the main like final boss fight theme of the game. That's dope. Which guy though?
毎回華麗な勝ち方をするわよ。でもね。
でもなんだ？
詰めが甘いのよね。勝率も7割には届かないってとこ。
詰めが甘い。じゃあ大したことねえな。
違うわよ。彼が大事にしてるのは最強へのこだわりよ。
はあ？俺は喧嘩じゃ7割どころか10割。そんなやつめちゃ。
I don't know, dude. When you got tased, I would count that as a loss.
はあ、君にはまだわからないか。
なんだと？
お前さん、友樹と戦って何を学んだ？
は？喧 喧嘩は勉強じゃねえだろ。
学べない戦いに意味はない。
意味だと？
このままじゃお前さんはヒューガに勝てねえな。絶対にな。
Nope, save data. And I'm probably going to be ending the stream. First stream, first chapter, shorter than the ones that will come later. And the ones which will be coming later, I'm going to do earlier in the morning. So, you know, I'm going to get a good 8 hours of sleep. Probably hit the gym. I did hit the gym today before this stream, but it's just that I hit it 4 or 5 hours before this stream. Typically, I'm going to try to, like, do these streams an hour or so after the fact instead of 5. Yep, I think I'll be saving here again, even though I just saved. But I saved, there was a cutscene, and I'm pretty sure you're not allowed to skip cutscenes in this game. So yeah, it's actually very useful to save here, so I don't have to like spend another like 2 or so minutes watching that cutscene again. But you know, I saved the game, so yeah, thank you so much for sticking around for my first Kurohyou stream and my first stream in a really long while, and I'll see y'all then for the second part of my Kurohyou 1 walkthrough. Peace out.
Come on, stand up!